You all won this Keke Palmer versus her child daddy dramatization started from the very beginning again, 2 or 3 days prior. We realized that it would have been chaotic, yet young lady. I don't think even Keke herself realized that things planned to get this untidy Keke's mother, in a real sense, uncovered Usher for being gay, while she was attempting to drag Darius. And when I tell you all that things are going crazy, there's such a lot of muddled show to uncover here. So we should separate it Keke's child daddy. Darius has begun retaliating at her DB tribe, and he is battling filthy Keke, actually hasn't expressed anything about the circumstance, or even put out an authority announcement truth. Be told the main explanation we even realize about this in any case is that the court reports released internet, based particularly her limiting request, where she said it is a result of our child Leo that I was at last ready to cut off my friendship with Darius unequivocally and get away from the abuse. Leo is overwhelmingly significant in the whole world. To me, he wants and should be protected and experience childhood in a climate liberated from viciousness. Tragically, cutting off my friendship with Darius has not finished his abuse on the off chance that anything he is considerably more off the wall, unpredictable, and hazardous to both me and our child yet. While Kiki has been quiet, Darius and his family, particularly his sibling Serenades, has been raising a ton of hell for Keke on the grounds that they have been blaming her for a wide range of things. For instance, Eunice did a tweet in Erase where he said the most ridiculously sickening bow manipulative individual I have at any point experienced in all my years. Nearly everybody you all will see simply send good energy to the child. Any kid really busy finishing something like this doesn't merit it at all. Wow, so darn miserable anyway. Kiki's mother, Sharon, was not going to allow them to portray her kid in a pessimistic light, so she went live on Instagram to call out Saruna, and she uncovered that his whole family had some awareness of how Darius was treating Kiki, yet they generally chose to disregard for Chiron's Jackson to post on his Twitter the ludicrous stuff that he's presented. When he realized his sibling was harmful, I went to Chiron's a long time back and let him know that his sibling was to my little girl. And he said, oh well, I used to be like that too. What she gobbled Saruna up genuine terrible with that. So he and Darius chose to deliver film of Sharon compromising Darius' mother. Where's my child, you better? And you better watch out, could get a slug in your... I don't have any idea what he was attempting to accomplish with that, on the grounds that the video just affirmed that he had been mistreating Kiki. And he is currently in full harm control mode, since he just delivered one more sound of Sharon undermining him. Yet in addition to the fact that he exacerbated himself, yet he additionally wound up exposing Usher, surprisingly, in light of the fact that in the sound we heard Kiki's mother say that Usher is on the download in the sound that he spilled to DJ Scholastics. We heard Kiki's mother say that his mom wrecked him and transformed him into a man who harms ladies. 'Cause you're MU up, she transformed you into a kid. A lady what sort of? __. Is that you're on lot to be embarrassed about why Kiki then cut in and said he calls her horrendous names. Even before their child you don't, there's compelling reason, need to express horrendous things. And send me this Usher picture. There's not a glaringly obvious explanation for that you do that. Since you're nuts, there's no great explanation for you to say that Jezebel calling me Haiti. That is all superfluous. You do that superfluously on the grounds that something's all's off with your brain. Yet Darius was not moved at all since he then, at that point, said that he planned to remove their child from Kiki. And he didn't mind I'm his father. I couldn't care less about what all of you figure. It doesn't matter to me what you think, particularly Kiki. I couldn't care less about what any other person thinks. Sharon, your viewpoint is very little to me. You're squandering your time right now, Sharon. You're squandering your time right currently. You're squandering your time right currently. Trust me. As of now, Kiki's mother was getting baffled, and she said that she planned to begin her J's back and afterward drop this stunner currently now. I'm going to not typical. It's not you could not converse with me. Usher is what now gay get out whatever. and it was anything but a mistake. Since she said it once again, client us, is gee, this is wild. And I realize that Usher is who knows we're asking why they brought his name into it, like he is lounging around disapproving of his business. And some way or another, he's having his personal business circulated out toward the front of the world. He's presumably wishing that. He didn't serenade Keke that evening, since that got his name maneuvered into this. And the thing is, this isn't whenever that Usher first has been blamed for being on the DL. I mean, he was fundamentally raised by Diddy, who is the perfect example of DL men in Hollywood. And there has forever been discussion about how Diddy purportedly got things done to Usher as a youngster. Usher is known for being hesitant to discuss the things that happened to him while he was residing with Diddy. And he never addresses it. In interviews, Usher had a meeting with Howard Harsh, where he focused on what it truly was like residing with Diddy. And heads up, it wasn't precisely kid-accommodating spot. Was like just loaded up with chicks and orgy, like constant right. No, not actually, I mean except for did. Hello, it was interested. I had an opportunity to see a few things. Definitely yet you 13, where you see I went there to see the way of life right. And I saw it, and it was. And it was nevertheless, I couldn't say whether I could enjoy and comprehend what I was in any event. Seeing it was Wild Oak. What I said is that there were extremely inquisitive things occurring and I didn't be guaranteed to comprehend it he then. At that point, uncovered that he could never do exactly the same thing to his children. You're a father presently, would you at any point send your child to Puffy Camp Damnation? No CISO Keke's mother saying that Usher likes men is precisely on the grounds that these tales have been around for a really long time. And I have barely any familiarity with you all yet. I accept that Darius left that part in the sound deliberately in light of the fact that he might have either removed it or had DJ Scholastics obscure it out. Darius understood what he was doing, and this is as he would prefer of turning the tables on Usher for having the boldness to entertain his child mom, a hopeless train wreck anyway. Keke's mother additionally emerged to reject that Usher is gay, guaranteeing that she was lying. She said the untruth I told about Usher was to get Darius to quit harming my girl by virtue of his desire. So I said he could have done without people for her security, all the other things I implied with my chest, and didn't anticipate that anybody should hear it, since recording me is unlawful. I surmise he is all right with prison. Yet I knew that when he put his hands on my girl, he is as yet harming her. And all of this attempting to paint himself as a casualty course book conduct. Individuals feel like Sharon is just backtracking in light of the fact that Usher was getting comedian via virtual entertainment over being exposed. And she really regretted it, so she attempted to cause some harm control additionally, the way that Darius is as yet harming Keke. Even with this shows that he is genuinely not sorry Darius got hauled for recorded in fans. Left familiar say, so he went there and cited them, then recorded their response, and going about as though everything revolves around the child in a real sense. Absolutely no part of this is helping him out. Keke business has never come around until she began playing with his stupid self. And presently Usher getting Stray's ruler, I realize Usher wish he never went close to Keke's segment at his residency. And I feel so upset for Usher. For what reason is he being hauled into Keke Palmer and Darius biz again? Let him well enough alone. So what do you folks think about Keke's mother exposing Usher like this? Do you imagine that she was coming clean? Or do you imagine that she's attempting to cause some harm control? Drop your considerations in the remarks, then look at this next video.